By the way, the thing I've figured out is depending on your setting, it has various levels of latency. So I'm actually very jealous of your intro where you tap for a little bit, because that's like a perfect. That is actually like a perfect start because it's going to be ambient noise no matter what. So it's brilliant stuff. And also I'm interesting, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I'm not sure where. Oh, by the way, welcome to I Must Drake You, where we break cards like I Must Break You, but worse. It's like saw this on Twitter today, Jeff. Someone was talking Digimon. It's like like the GoBots to the Transformers, because Transformers aren't on. All right, Jeff. Before we get going, we have lots of fun, tangential and silly stuff to discuss. I am so happy. I'm going to need to start making these videos because one of the premises of I Must Drake You. By the way, if you like this silly stuff, head over to patreon.com/Jeff May. By Gremlin rules, you have like 4 hours to sign up for one of the rookie card tiers. We'll talk more of that in a second, where you get amazing cards sent to you in the mail, including some like these. But Jeff, you're not getting these cards. These are my cards. You can get Jeff's cards. Okay, give me.
It was just like all bangers.
All right, you should be able to hear Jeff now, is what Landon says. We love OBS around here that just randomly
What
cuts
was I
out
not?
Jeff's audio. No, it
I
wasn't
wasn't
you.
audible.
You're great. You're great. It's OBS.
It's good. I
OBS hates
wasted
you.
all those words, Dre.
I heard it. Well, two things, Jeff. I heard him and I recorded him, just because of like the
Oh,
OBS thing. But then they'll disappear. Okay. Anyway, but to start, Jeff has broken some of these cards. You can get some of these cards, but these are mine. You'll notice they're bindered up, they're collated. But Jeff, the saga is complete. Bold and not bold complete. You'll notice this first page, cards 1 through 18, in Impel Marvel Series 2. They have the bold variants, the not bold variants. Thanks to eBay, I was able to complete my saga, including an amazing story about my headset there, where I ordered a Gambit. I ordered a Gambit and somebody had it. They had it in perfect condition. And Jeff, they won eBay, is what I'm going to say, because they asked $5 for a base card. And guess what, Jeff? They got it because I said I don't want to waste any more time on eBay looking for this card. I just went ahead and ordered it. And they sent it in a folded over piece of paper.
well, that person is a bag of trash.
With not even a penny sleeve, Jeff. Not even a penny sleeve. I'm going to show some fun clips. So, by the way, here,
Oh, this is like a
Jeff.
Ben Edlin.
This is Jeff meeting Ben Edlin. There we go.
Well, more like talking with Ben Edlund. I had met him before.
You're good
Yeah,
friends now. Like you're, and then this, by the way, is you and Tom Krajewski. If you missed it, that's because it's almost impossible. You two had front row seats to the 30th anniversary of interesting 30th anniversary of the Tick, and you sat in prime real estate seats, but you happen to sit in the blind spot of the camera. And I'll give a shout out to this guy here. You can see my feed, but Isaiah F, who I guess is the person who put this on. Amazing.
Isaiah, yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, apparently you all met, and then him and Tom started talking on Twitter about meeting each other and inside jokes. Fascinating. Exploding Ruins in the chat, Jeff, asked me to use a binder without rings. And that hurts because, like, how else do you expand?
Yeah.
How else do you expand and collate collections and stuff? Interesting. I don't know.
Well, now that you have a full collection, but no, I understand why. You don't want to damage your cards.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem pretty nice as long as you're safe. But I could
damage your cards. They're your cards, straight. Do whatever you want.
But I was gonna say, like, as long as you keep them safe in a good spot. But I could buy that anyway. All right, here's what you're breaking today, Jeff. This is a sad day.
Oh,
because
that's good. People love that in their entertainment. People love sad, depressing entertainment.
people also love when you in the middle of a lead up to a joke or a thing, interrupting it as
Oh,
ADHDers. You and
oh,
I are both familiar. That's what you want to do. You break the lead up because lead ups are the worst.
Dre, Dre, that's my bad. I was not expecting that you were going to come in with a joke.
Well, oh yeah, oh dang. Well, not a joke. Well, I was saying lead up because it's talking about, Dikembe Mutombo. So you're right. I was not going to land that with a joke. One of my heroes, oddly enough, one of the people that got me involved in both sports, basketball, because he was a Denver Nugget,
Who's
and
your coach?
also into cards because he was like, this was right around the era I started doing collecting and stuff.
Oh yeah, I think I had his classic,
There,
his like classic free rookie or whatever.
I've got some stuff. By the way, you have to be familiar with this, Jeff. I got some free on Topps Day. Got some free cards at the local comic shop, and I meant
Some
to break.
hobby rip night.
Yeah, I meant to rip these when I actually had the Topps Chrome, and I left them on my shelf and couldn't find them. And then I found them when I was getting out all the cards for tonight. So I'm sure that's something familiar to you. But
Did you get any parallels or
well, we're taking a look right now. We're breaking it live. Got a Carlos Correa for the Twins. Some kind
a
of
rainbow foil Korea?
yeah, it looks nice. I'll take it. And then whatever this is, Jeff, it's the Topps September Hobby Rip Night, just in time for the
Look at
last.
that. You're gonna rip it. You're gonna rip it.
Oh yeah. And by the way, Logan is right. Yeah, if you blocked so we got
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez,
Yeah. Look, good point, Logan.
Dikembe and me, and Albert Pujols. Nothing special, but he's a good player. Didn't he get got like 300?
Wait, was that Bobby Witt that you had in the front? In the front?
Yeah. You good?
Bobby Witt's incredible.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bobby Witt's like people are like Bobby Witt's one of the best investments in baseball. It seems right now.
Well, like unlike these great cards we're about to break, it doesn't show you the stats on the back. So as a stat head like
No,
me,
it's just rip now.
gonna know. All right. I'm going to start actually ripping some cards, but then we will take a break in a second to talk. Patreon.com/Jeff May, where you can get cards sent to you in the mail. Fun times. All right. So this is 1991-1992 NBA Hoops. This is the expansion set. So basically they do an initial run. Let's see, who is that? Brad Doherty, a fascinating character, really good, injured young. But this is the expansion set, which will have rookies, including Dikembe Mutombo, as well as this was the Dream Team year. So this set is one of my favorites because it's got these striped ones across the top for Team USA, and they also have throwbacks. So this is Willie Anderson from the 1988 USA team. Chris Mullen on the Supreme. These are like a bunch of this set. You'll notice in the back we're like in the 400s. So these are high 300s up to I believe
real high quality print with that Chris Mullen right there. Really yellow on grayish yellow. That's a real good way to make the font pop.
I like this style, but again, what I'm also starting to realize, because like Logan Trent in the chat noted, for instance, that 1991 hoops looks like scratch tickets. I'm starting to wonder if I'm like, this looks good, doesn't it, Jeff? And you're like, oh no, you just grew up in the wrong era. And this is where I got my style. So this looks good, right? The orange, like almost that Saved by the Bell look for Mark Eaton.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. Like I know these people were like graphic designers, but like you're putting two warm colors on top of each other. It's just insane to me.
You're giving the origin story for my bad taste, which I'll take. Nate McMillan, nice one. James, who is I love the look of this. At bare minimum, that is Sherman Douglas. Not bad. 18.5 points a game. Learn to shoot free. Sherman, if you could just learn to shoot free throws, you'd be over 20 points a game. Very bold.
Him and Ronnie Cycli were the scary Miami Heat.
Is he on the? Is it Cycli or Secli? It's one of those where good memory. Cycli, I think. Right, number 3.
I thought it was Cycli. Yeah.
Good memory. All right, checklist. I love the checklists. Jeff, we got our Mo Cheeks, who is one of the faux 76ers you have not met. This has got to be the other good rookie from the set. This is Larry
Oh,
Johnson.
nice.
This is a
Grandmama.
yeah, amazing player. Another one. I think if you look at his stats, looked like he got injured. So this so far is turning out to be a good break. Chuck Daly,
Yeah, yeah.
who
I was gonna say he played basketball with Urkel. That Chuck Daly card is supposed to be fantastic. Like that's it's
it's
poorly centered. It looks,
totally not centered. I'm
but
jealous.
I was gonna say that's like one of the more valuable ones of that set. That was the one that Adam was chasing down.
I again, you didn't come up with a good name for this, Jeff, because you're the worst. Let's be mean to each other. So I basically said there's a concept of a grail in sports or cards or anything, which is one of the things I like with you. It's a question you've asked. A grail being like, something super rare you're chasing down. And Chuck Person. Oh, heck yeah. Maybe I'll send this your way for well, I need to get two, one for my set, but for your buddy Tom. That's a nice Chuck Person.
I mean, I to be fair, I came across that Chuck Person rookie card as like a nice thing. We don't have to keep feeding Tom Chuck Person cards.
Well,
That
you
is
know
very
me.
nice of you.
You know me though, like I love the bits. Although the other thing I'll say is a bunch of us have started knowing Jeff as the collector guy who gives stuff to people, and I realize we put too much on your plate. So if I do that, I will probably do it personally, not through you, because I know, as an example, as we've been mentioning, patreon.com/Jeff May. Jeff sends stuff to you in the mail, and you've been collating the September packages, which I am excited about.
Yeah, those I just mailed out the packages from last month. I don't know. I think I might have waited on yours because you didn't have a lot on your list. So I was just going to compile them with next month's.
So Jeff, I'm
Check.
gonna take that as an
Did you get
opportunity.
a package? Or
Okay,
did you get a package?
I have not
I
gotten
don't
a
know.
package yet. I'm not worried one way or the other. We got our Moses Malone, friend of the show, Logan Trent in chat, as we both know, a fantastic grid guy. Because if you just look, Buffalo, Houston, Philadelphia, Washington, Atlanta, and the Bucks played everywhere. Amazing player. Vern Fleming from the '84 team. So I don't think they have MJ's like older. I think MJ played on the '88 team, right? But good stuff.
Wait,
This
did
guy.
they played on 88? Why would he have played on 88? He was a
I'm
professional by
pretty
then.
sure. Oh no, he couldn't have played.
Played
Did he?
eight-
Did he? Would it be '84? Did MJ play '84? I'll look in a second. All right. So by the way, Jeff, speaking
Look at me, I'm not the basketball guy. You're the basketball guy.
there's a lot of basketball. I don't understand people that know baseball, because baseball's been around for like 3 billion years. So people that know baseball. Okay, good. There we go. Took just a second. By the way, I'm happy about this. We did get to update the Fiona Shaw autograph collection over at jeffhascoolcards.com, because you did open that one. I was glad. For your birthday, I went through the end of my Ken Griffey Rookie Junior card stash, my Fiona Shaw card stash, Jeff. Gonna have to start recouping those. All right, Jeff.
I was going to say, I actually canceled my PSA order this month because there was a couple of cards that I was spending a good amount of money on that I no longer wanted to get graded.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I ended up canceling that order, and I'm just going to wait until the next time
Yeah.
we do that sale, the non-sports sale.
Yeah.
And I'll jump on.
Yeah,
I just couldn't find. There was about $50-something worth of orders that I didn't want anymore, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, we don't need to. I'll say, listen to last month's UG Fine. Possibly, I'm willing to bet this month's UG Fine with Kim and Jeff. Don't know if there's
which is actually going to not drop on the 1st. We have a scheduling conflict. Kim is a busy woman, and so she's very. We realized after I texted her yesterday and was like, "Oh, it's the 1st tomorrow. We gotta schedule a recording," and the first available recording we have is like Friday at 2.
Yeah, it's funny because I know I'm me, and with like the Jeff brand. I know when you started, you did so. Jeff has cool friends that drop every other Tuesday. The square cuts and the free cuts drop on alternating Tuesdays. So basically, there is a Jeff Has Cool Friends drop every Tuesday, but you'll have heard it all if you're a Patreon subscriber, but you get the swear cut, which is absolutely worth it. Oh, and yes, by the way, Jeff, Logan noticed it in chat, so just had to look this up, putting up MJ's Wikipedia. Bottom right, he did play in the 1984 Olympics.
Yeah.
But you're right, 88 he couldn't have because he would have been professional. So
Yeah, I was like, what? No, 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 he couldn't have done that.
But
No,
anyway,
he couldn't have. Hell yeah.
all right, but anyway, so anyway, back to Ugfine. I know you always drop it on the first. I've still gone why I wouldn't. I'm not against dropping it to the same logic of Nerd drops on a Thursday. Jeff Has Cool Friends drops on a Tuesday. I Must Break You drops on a Wednesday. But it's your show and it's amazing, so I'm only going to give the do what you want because it's amazing and we love it. And we're looking forward to next month, Ugfine with Jeff and Kim. Subscribe to the Patreon if you haven't, patreon.com/Jeff May, where you can also get stuff sent to you in the mail. And something I've been trying to do, I was hoping to do this weekly this month, Jeff, but I made 2, so I'm proud of that. I go over all the stuff you break, and I've started messing around with WordPress a little more to learn like how to insert images and stuff. So as an example, you broke some Shadowhawk images. I'm aware this is confusing for you, Jeff, when you ask for stuff to send me in the mail, because like all of you, I have Jeff send me stuff in the mail, but I also am like, here's what I suggest for others. Here's what I want for myself. And I know that's a lot of stuff. You have like 20 some odd people, Jeff. You're freaking Santa Claus. It's hard to do. But so like, I could go both ways. Namely, I could go for either of these cards. The random spawn in Shadowhawk that just pops up because why not? As well as Shadowhawk #1. These were cool cards. Have to give a shout out to Landon in the chat. Landon and I both did computer vision and computer graphics in graduate school. And I was laughing so much during this break. I Must Break You on Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Pacific time, where Jeff was just going mad about the reflections on Shadowhawk's uniform and helmet. It doesn't make any sense because he's like, it's the middle of the night and he's in a corner and there are like shiny things on, and you're like, where is the light coming from? This doesn't make sense. I was laughing so much, Jeff, because that is like a graduate level problem for computer graphics.
Yeah, it's just like it's funny because it's Shadowhawk is a comic by Jim Valentino, who's a very talented artist and a very nice man, but it was clear that he was trying to capture a zeitgeist that he just wasn't necessarily supposed to be connected to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like, and he his big book was Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he's like, what if I have a spine breaking Wolverine guy?
Oh, and by the
whatever.
way, shout out to friend of the show, Randall Maynard, aka Randalls, who you showed off some amazing stuff from. I think you missed a funny comment in chat, but one of our favorite cards in this set is a guy who isn't Hitler, who just looks like Hitler. And I was asking Randall, who makes custom figures during your break, what he would have done. And he was like, would have done the not Hitler. So the figure he would have made from Shadowhawk, a custom Randalls, would be not Hitler.
Totally not Hitler.
Not Hitler, but it looks like Hitler. All right. You
Technically
also
not.
you broke the Marvel decks, the TJ Shevlin's amazing stuff, the Marvel Beginnings. I love this set. And we had a nice simpatico thing because you ripped this fantastic death-looking card, numbered, parallel, but not centered, so not worth anything. And my kid's been into death lately. He's going to dress up as the Grim Reaper and Dracula mixed for Halloween. And I said, Grim Dracula. And then this Lockheed was awesome. Although that might already got, I'm curious if like Taffeta gets like first dibs or if someone asks for it.
Oh, Taffeta wants the blue
No, I'm
Lockheed.
saying I would assume because she's done that. But anyway, and I know you're going to meet up in like Dallas or whatever.
I mean, if Taffeta got access to all of the cosplays that she did, I'd barely have any cards left
you'd
to
be
give
out
away
of
to my
cards.
team.
You should anyway, you should, it's the, has Taffeta done this is always a good like mark for people to ask themselves. This was fun. You've got the WandaVision. So this was actually a mailbag, but I said this might be a special one. Sometimes with the parallels and stuff, you wait for a month where everybody gets one, but that was just a cool card. Paul Stasny, former Avs, so that's fun. You broke with Adam Todd Brown, and my favorite part about this, Jeff, is you had a nerd throwback, Tone Loc, Vanilla Ice, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and Surf Ninjas. And then, by the way, this is...
And all connected as a through line with Ernie Reyes Jr.
yeah, like Surf Ninjas, Ernie Reyes Jr., everything comes together. If you don't have time to sign up for patreon.com/Jeff May for one of the rookie card tiers this month, September, you still got a little bit of time, Gremlin rules. If not, though, next month I'm showing you a sneak peek. I sent Jeff some Impel Marvel treats, so the trading card treats that they did. These don't have razor blades in them. They have although they have Wolverine's claws, arguably is dangerous. And
Oh, I thought you wanted to give those away this month.
oh, are you doing this? You could do either. I could see
Well,
both.
because they'll be getting because it's Halloween. Like if they get them next month, it'll be
Oh, well,
after
even
Halloween.
better. So sign up right now. If you want some of these treats for October, sign up now. They're going out in this month's package. So if you haven't signed up, do it now. And then actually, I like that a lot better, Jeff, because next month is Surf Ninja stickers. Because I'm assuming you haven't gotten those yet. Nick will hand them off to you.
So I'll be meeting up with Nick Cowan soon enough, and doing a break where you sent some stuff for him, and we'll be doing that on a Friday. So we'll be doing it during a mailbag moment, and then so we'll do that. And I know we have some cards for him, and then we'll find something for the people.
Well, it's
we are a show.
Yeah, and we'll get back to those. But yeah, anyway, so that's I love that. And here's the other good thing, Jeff. It's harder, right, to find 20 of something to send everybody. But that's 2 months in a row, and I do like a gimmick. So if something organically pops up nerd related for, what would that be, November, I'll see what I can do. Send everybody, Jeff. We could send everybody.
Are you going to tell everybody what we're doing, by the way? What we're going to be covering?
Okay,
month?
I was going to say. So I actually do have a lame joke for that, Jeff. What if you bought like a box of? Well, you couldn't do this because like sending food in the mail is already hard enough, and you don't want stuff to get flagged. Hersey Hawkins for the 88 team. But Jeff, what if you got like a
people in Canada? There's no way I'm sending any food to the mail.
Terry Porter, best player from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I was gonna say, yeah. What if you opened a box of Count Chocula cereal and sent everybody just a piece in it?
A little piece of Count Chocula? That would be terrible. Well, spoiler alert for folks that wanted to know what we're going to be doing on the next Nerd. This month, it's going to be monster cereals. Sorry, I'm making my bed in case you guys are wondering why
I thought you were intentionally going for a monster voice there, which I liked.
Nope. I've been having a big errands day today, where I've just been doing a lot of chores and errands. And
well, that's good though. I was going to say what amused me is I had a similar day. And you were like, I was behind and you were incredibly on top of the ball, but I could tell you were rushed because you were like apologizing to me. And I'm like, whoa, you ain't like, I was like, I actually sent that email to you late and you posted it immediately, but I could tell you were rushed, but I'm glad. Oh, this is a cool one. MJ winning his first. I did like these cards in the old set where they had the Tribune that would show the headline after each game. So, yeah, MJ winning his first.
Michael Jordan kills family. News at 11.
Okay. All right. So here's a funny note. That's another good. The iconic. So a joke, not even a good joke. My buddy Brian calls him Cedric Onions because it kind of looks like that in Spanish. But him getting injured next year for the Phoenix Suns is arguably why Charles Barkley does not have a ring. The Phoenix Suns actually outscored Michael Jordan in the finals, but lose. And Cedric Ceballos gets injured the round before and was one of their top bench guys. That's an interesting card.
It's an interesting move.
Supreme Court MJ, Magic Johnson, not Michael Jordan. Ron Harper for the Clippers.
You can't call Magic Johnson MJ. That's cheating.
Why not? He's MJ.
Wouldn't he be EJ? MJ is Michael Jordan. He always will be.
No one calls Magic Johnson Irvin, though. Although, good job
knowing
me. That's true. All right, I'm trying to think of other stuff. I'm happy about that. So, let's see. What do you got? We just had the Monsters on Jeff Has Cool Friends.
It's going to be free. It's going to be free dropping tomorrow. So the Monsters episode drops everywhere for free, and that's a great episode. It's super funny.
That's you, Eric Barnes, and David Igo. And David Igo has been on Nerd. He is just a fountain of toy knowledge, just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
All right, a better one. I'm still looking for the MJ card out of this set from the Dream Team, but we got our Patrick Ewing. That's a good one. All right, so how long's the Square Cup, by the way, for tomorrow?
I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. Well, my editor should be sending it soon,
All
so
right. So we'll
we'll
all
see.
be surprised together. It's always funny to know.
It's going to be an interesting week because um, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman is finishing Suicide Squad Isekai, I believe.
Do love that Penny
And
Hardaway,
on
by the
top of
way.
that,
The art card, that is really pretty. Didn't mean to cut you off, but it's good stuff.
oh no, no, it's good. It's a
And he
beautiful
got
card.
the call
Um,
over Mullen and of TMJ. He got the call over those guys. So there we go. All right, so Tom and Jeff watch Batman. You're finishing Isekai, which in by the way, that's over at Gamefully Unemployed, where you can listen to the amazing show Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, one of the best shows on the internet. It's true.
yeah, I think we're
And,
good. I think we're pretty good.
and in addition to hearing great podcasts with Jeff at Gamefully Unemployed, you can sign up and hear Jeff on movie nights. They do movie nights and show So Bad It's Good, occasionally
Not
good.
this Friday.
So this
'Cause this
Friday,
Friday's Mint.
this Friday you're going to be at Mint on Card. This month is all over the place because you're doing Mint on Card this Friday, this month. Ugg Fine isn't coming out the first. Nerd isn't coming out on the third Thursday. Everything is just all over the place. Love this guy.
Yeah,
Love this card. This is Scott Hastings. He's a broadcaster
nice.
for Altitude out here. Out in Denver that I haven't listened to in over 10 years. Geez, Jeff, time flies. But love this guy. Just a bench guy. Got a ring with Detroit, but love him on the Nuggets. Okay, anyway, so didn't mean to cut.
October's a weird, weird month. Especially because I'm like kind of going to be doing a lot of traveling during
Yes,
the middle of the
sorry,
month.
Jeff. This was the wrong pack to try and give you a spot to talk. It's like being a stand-up comic and you keep getting bumped. But we got our MJ.
Look
We
at
got
that.
we got the.
You got two MJs on there,
Yeah,
didn't
but
you?
this
Because
is
your
the
next card
this
is also MJ.
this is the one. You got.
Oh, for some reason I thought. Oh no, you have a Michael Jordan
Yeah,
two
this is
back as
the
well.
Michael Jordan. Yeah,
You have
these are the.
a double Jordan pack.
Yeah, this is the Supreme Court ones. I forget what this is for. Like it's for points or whatever. This is kind of a vague card, but yeah, the Supreme Court is like players with high stats. But this is one of the hit cards, and in fact, if you look, I've been really proud of the graphics I've been doing for the show. It is one of the mystery cards that I was like, ooh, while we're looking through this set, this is what we're looking for. So the reality of this hobby box, though, by the way, Jeff, or yeah, I guess it's hobby box, right? Because I mean, it is a full hobby box, but this is old school junk
Yeah,
wax, so there are no inserts, no
it,
parallels,
it's just a box
just a
because
box.
hobby boxes, like calling something a hobby box or a retail box, didn't really start coming in until people were like buying stuff by the box as like a normal thing.
Man, MJ was Michael Jordan in game two, 33 points and 13 rebounds. He was just ridiculous in the finals, by the way. That's one thing I absolutely think that LeBron James has surpassed Michael Jordan as the all-time great pretty easily. But one thing I cannot take away from, and this is more than fine, the NBA Finals title is named after him. MJ in the finals is just ridiculous. Like those 6 finals in 8 years, we've never seen anything like it. We'll never see anything like it again, especially against the level. I mean, he took down Magic Johnson, aka MJ's Lakers to start it off. We have never seen anything like Michael Jordan's. This, by the way, I know I keep bringing this up, by the way, Jeff, this would be a good, you don't even like sports, maybe like a Minnesota Chris Jackson.
What's that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Andrew
Wait,
Lang.
who would be a good like
Chris
sports?
Jackson. I don't want to butcher his name because he did convert. But yeah, he didn't, this is the didn't stand for the national anthem guy that got basically booted out of the NBA for that.
Yeah, that would be a one episode.
Long before Kaepernick,
yeah,
but a fascinating cat.
that's one of those things where with you don't even like sports. You have to. It's like a very, very delicate balancing act of how to choose a season.
Yeah, and you alluded to this. So if you follow Jeff over at Hey There Jeffro on Instagram, I'm going to try and plug as many things in the show as possible. And by the way, this has been a good break. Then also get a Magic Johnson, which to my point, who calls him Irvin? Well, Topps does on his cards. So shut me right up. Thanks to take Jeff's side. NBA hoops. You always take Jeff's
Yeah, it
side.
looks like me, NBA Hoops, and Magic Johnson's father all know his name is Irvin.
That's like a really lame Johnny Carson bit. You know, Jeff May, NBA hoops, Magic Johnson father.
You Karnacking me right now, bro? You Karnacking me?
Karnak, is that what he was called? I never even watched that live. I just know it
I
from
know,
like
just
the
fun,
SNL
right?
after the fact bit. Okay. Bulls are almost its title. But yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. That was like 2 ago. I was saying something about something, Jeff. Look at the centering on that Scott Brooks. That's just a pity. All right. Patreon.com/Jeff May something something something. You should do it. Go there. Sign
You got
up.
it. Something.
There you go. Future me is going to be so angry in the past to hear it. Whatever
Wait,
I draw.
Wait, you're just gonna breeze past Dan Maherly, by the way.
He's good. What? Okay, what would you like to say about Dan? I love this, right? Yeah, Dan Marley, where I'm like, sure. Really good for the Suns. I'll give you that.
What a great, crisp, fundamental basketball player. Look at that. You can see he's about to unload a crisp chest pass in that card.
Jeff, you're in this set somehow.
Yeah.
Although it says your last name is Turner.
Oh, because we have the same first name.
You have this. You're both tall white guys in front of a classroom. Did you ever like wear this in class?
That kind of an outfit.
Did you ever go into class? You're like, be cool for the kids.
Dressed like a Dallas Maverick? No.
You know what? Dan Marley. So again, NBA hoops just takes your freaking side, Jeff. So I like breeze by him, and the next pack is like, no, you are
Look
not.
at that. Look, he's about to unload a crisp chest pass on that card.
Oh yeah, I remember. It was Gamefully Unemployed movie nights. You can hear Jeff there when we do the bad movies at the end of the month as well, but not this Friday. Yeah. Jim Peterson.
Yeah. No. Like, I'm there probably like every other Friday, just hanging out and doing what I can. But Mint on Card is early this month, so yeah.
Okay, Jeff. So it's what can we fake perspective this to not look off center? Is there any way to do that? Doesn't look like if I held it like this way. No.
Maybe. And the fact that they cut off his high top fade is really upsetting to me.
Oh yeah.
The Sean Kemp I want has a incredibly high top fade. That was Sean Kemp, right?
That was Sean. Yep.
Okay.
We got Hakeem the Dream, the all-time leader in blocks, in front of Dikembe Mutombo, but that record's kind of a farce. It should go to my man Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then that's even fake because Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain probably has it, but they did not record blocks back in the day. Derek Harper.
Funny.
Boo. So we got, oh man, this is when Mitch Richmond, he'd already been traded. The golden era, the Golden State Warriors golden era didn't last that long. He's already on the Kings. Boo to John
Look at
Stockton.
that. Someone's dad. He had the minivan to drive everybody to practice.
John Stockton? Was that in the Last Dance? I still haven't watched that.
The Last Dance was just this one where he would go everywhere. Nobody could go anywhere except for him.
Yeah, because
then he would just go everywhere. Nobody bothered him.
He's decently tall, but not super tall, right? Is this? Oh yeah, stay in school, Jeff. Otis Thorpe tells you to stay in school.
Otis, you don't tell me what to do.
I mean, if you're not going to listen to Otis Thorpe, who are you going to listen to?
I don't know. My mom. She's really good.
Will you listen to your mom?
Yeah, I like my mom.
Yeah. Okay. Got like 5 packs to go. I'll kind of breeze through them. I'm trying to think of anything else. So yeah, this month, patreon.com/Jeff May, you'll get Halloween stuff in the mail. We're going to be doing Monsters cereal. Larry Nance, Suns in the NBA now. Mario Elie on the Warriors. He was a big part of why the Houston Rockets won the 2 years MJ wasn't around. Still not used to Moses Malone in a Bucks jersey. But Monster cereal, and we're still trying to figure out the other stuff. Because I thought it would kind of be cool to maybe do some overlap with advertising research, but then what you told me is like apparently for the wholesome holidays, I'm assuming Thanksgiving and Christmas, that
Yeah, they like took a break, so it's hard to find more extreme advertising during the holidays, which is an interesting thing. Like you look at like everything going crazy, and then a Christmas Crunch commercial comes on. It's just like Santa, Cap'n Crunch being all nice.
ooh, Chris, I do like all of. I could make so. Here's a suggestion to you because I'm going to cheat and use this break to brainstorm nerd as
Yeah, you go
well.
ahead.
But
Yeah, the people who are listening, they
yeah,
can hear how we do this.
yeah. Where I'll be like, Jeff, what about this thing no one wants to hear? And you're like, what about something people want to hear? And I'm like, huh, it's an interesting idea, Jeff, just crazy enough to work. Um, I think we might want to just keep on Christmas. I'm not worried about doing the two first. So we do have the Iron Man 3 to go free for everybody this year. And, I kind of started that the first year of Nerd. And then the realization after is that Ron Harper, by the way, is that Christmas time is not a great time to try and do a drive to get more people to listen to your podcast. When you
Yeah.
look at this, coach, because it's Christmas time and everybody's busy and spending money on friends and family, which is what they should be doing. So, the like, hey, let's release a podcast that you have to pay for at Christmas time to listen to. Not the best thing, or not even in the spirit of Jeff, the
Well,
ultimate gift giver.
but here's what I'll say though. I do like having a gift to give to patrons.
Well, so that's love the Scottie Pippen. By the way, random tangent before I get back to the gifts for patrons. Love the
So,
Scottie Pippen card. Scottie Pippen,
so,
like, just been watching on Twitter. Like, if you look his all-time stats, he's like one of the only players that has his career stats where he doesn't have an MVP or Finals MVP. So I know he's very resentful, but it's kind of like accurate because he was never considered the greatest in the NBA while he was playing in large
Scotty
part.
got more money than anybody. You are the Portland Trail Blazers' greatest player.
I do still love that heat card. But anyway, so the gift for patrons, I can go both ways because what I'll say to you, Jeff, is you've had a very busy year. And then
Yeah.
usually heading into Christmas time, I'm like, hey, Jeff, do you have time to record? And I'm fairly certain this is a repeat. So if you recognize this, Jeff, I'm fairly certain anybody watching this in the future, go back in time. This pack verbatim might have already shown up. Mo Cheeks, Larry Johnson, Chuck Daly, Smart Earl Smith. That we may have actually this part's new. So Sedale 3, but like usually in these old hoops sets, you see runs that are the same. So I think like there we've seen before. Gift for patrons, but gift for patrons often comes. I love that James Worthy at a detriment to Jeff. So I could go both ways. Ooh, we're doing a good job finishing up the Dream Team collection. So I could go both ways, Jeff. If you want to do extra as a gift to patrons, great. If not, though, what I could also just see is just for Christmas, for December, doesn't even necessarily have to go with the season. We could just, I like doing a Christmas special at Christmas time because we've done that a few years in a row now, basically, right? Like we did the Muppet Family Christmas the first year. Iron Man 3 as a Christmas movie. I wouldn't hate just a Christmas movie or maybe even a Christmas special at Christmas time.
Hmm.
And then if you want to do more work, you want to do a gift to patrons, I am 100% down. Or I'm also down to just say, hey, let's just do something Christmas for a Christmas nerd.
I am down for like, I mean, we could do,
Love that
there's
name.
lots of really great, like, there's so many good Christmas specials that have existed out there. We did what, Alf? Wait, no,
Let
I
me
did that
ask you a
with
question. You did Alf with Joe Dumars. I love this Scotty. This is on the box, right? The Scotty Pippen in front of the bull. This like is straight out of the movie Dodgeball. I love that.
yeah, right. That
Nice.
looks like a Provisions.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, so like,
I've wondered about
I'm
seeing if you could find someone who has not seen the Alf Christmas special and do.
well, I did that to Dave. I made him watch
You
it.
made Dave do it, and
And
I'm saying like that was amazing. And it's like if we could keep doing that. But anyway. All right,
Let's
again,
see.
to your point,
Like,
Jeff,
what Christmas special would we want to do, or Christmas
MJ
movie?
that we already saw, or MJ again, Stacey Ogman. It's a repeat pack, but I'm not going to be mad at a repeat pack that has the MJ card in it,
Yeah,
which is one of the
that's a
one of the cards you're going. And as noted, Manute Bull for the 76ers. As noted, no cards in here, barring good grading, are going to be worth anything because the junk wax era, this, as we mentioned, this isn't even a hobby box. This is a box, just a box of cards. They anticipated people buying one pack or two, not buying, a box, not buying a bunch and then being like, oh, all the cards are the same or whatever. So, but Christmas specials you like. So we've done He-Man and She-Ra. We have done Muppet Family, of course, and we've done Iron Man 3. And then you have done, I think, I want to say Guardians of the Galaxy and Alf with.
Did I do? What did I do? Guardians of the Galaxy with?
That was with
Oh
Dave
yeah,
as
did I
well.
do?
Because, yeah, you did like a Christmas. It was another like stand in for Tom, where for the We Just Watched, because it was during the month of December, you picked two Christmas specials.
Yeah, we have fun.
I enjoyed both of those immensely. And I would not, yeah, man, they did not give a damn. These portrait cards, if you get well centered, might be worth anything. And actually, not Dave, Jeff, I'm remembering something I forgot. Adam at his eBay store, actually, I think it's still there. It's not quite a grail item, but I just would like to have. I think he actually does have all-time steals leader, also apparently off the court stuff. He has like a graded 10 version of all of the USA cards from this set, which is one of those things, it's in the hundreds. Like, I think it's like 500. I walk past the window and I'm like, oh, that'd be, that would be so sweet to be able to grab. Not going to grab it,
You
but it
know,
would be sweet.
what if we did like a Christmas themed wrestling thing?
Christmas themed wrestling. Now, here's another question that we're throwing up in the air. Again, lucky you all. You get to kind of be behind the scenes because this is very typical of like how Jeff and I will do this. Sometime in live chat, sometime in let's see, 100, 234. So I have to put the 500 here. Sometimes in live chat, sometimes just, over message. But do you want to keep guests going? I can go both ways because I love guests on the show. I also know that guests add a lot of overhead. So it's kind of your call for season 9. Congratulations us for season 9 of Nerd. If you want to do guests or not worry about it, especially for like Christmas based.
Yeah, I mean, so like Logan suggested Santa with muscles. You're a bad person, Logan. Don't be a bad person. Um, T from Cleveland says, "How did the WWF not do a Christmas special?" Yeah, I mean, there were some Christmas specials. There were like a lot of episodes of like Raw and Nitro. I think there was an ECW. I think like December to Dismember.
Is it too on? It's here's the thing. Mick Foley did like the Santa Claus documentary, which is very heartwarming, and then but I don't know. I go both ways on that. It's like a nice one, but it's kind of not in a bad way. It's like it's just a very well done, nice documentary about a nice guy with his hobby, which is dressing up like Santa Claus. And so it's one of those where there's not enough meat on the bones for like an entertaining or even super. One of the things I feel we do very well between the two of us is dissect pop culture and popular things from an analytical angle while still one of the dynamics I like between us, Jeff, tell me if I'm wrong, is like you and I will both simultaneously be like, what the hell are you talking about? Just enjoy the show. Now this should bug you about the show. And the other person's like, what? And like my favorite, I think, was for Home Alone 2, which was a like Christmas themed episode we did where like, I'm worried about the weather stats. And you're like, that doesn't matter. And you're like, you're worried about how we could get a balloon guy set up in the bath in time. And I'm like, no, that makes sense, Jeff. That's completely fine. And you're like, a second ago, you were worried about the weather. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I like that dynamic. And on like well-made things, the Jeffism you always bring up is like, yeah, that's just not as fun. It's not as fun to listen to.
I'm surprised you're not sorting cards while we're doing
Oh,
this,
okay. Actually, I failed.
I was like, it's just it's just the
I
card
am
holder.
sorting cards, but you can't see because I have the wrong camera angle, man. Being a cameraman, talking everything at once.
Yeah, so it's funny, like because Cleveland T from Cleveland makes a good point, which is like the Survivor Series on Thanksgiving is such a standard thing. Like the Survivor Series used to be like on Thanksgiving, which I spent my Thanksgiving night in Hartford, Connecticut in 1990, watching The Undertaker's debut, and that was awesome.
Ooh, the gobbledygooker. That kind of counts. Because wasn't
Yeah,
what
he was
didn't
there too.
we should I mean, here's the thing. I am fine with that on its own. And he's not in the chat, but like Norm from Cheers used to sponsor like wrestling themed stuff over at Gameplay Unemployed. And basically kind of said that, the commenters would get upset because, Dave isn't a huge wrestling guy, so like Dave wouldn't know stats or facts about wrestling and would get stuff wrong or ask like weird questions. And to a degree, I might still do that in some cases. And you've said the same, where like you're not as up on contemporary stuff, but like I don't give a damn.
Oh,
Like,
I'd be down to watch. That's why, like, I like watching old wrestling stuff. It's just like it's hard to keep track of all the new, like it's so different looking at it now with where everyone's like younger than me. And I remember watching it when everybody was this older, massive person, and so I always find it interesting. But yeah, like there's always like Christmassy
I would be
things.
down to, because okay, we've got the Jeff, you were there. We've got Jeff was there. We've got the intro of the Undertaker. We've got the intro of the Gobbledygooker, who I think was supposed to be the Undertaker too. Like, am I not
No,
wrong? I think I've heard in the past that was
he
like
was afraid that that was going to be the case, but it was never going to be the
it
case
wasn't going to be like Oz for Kevin Nash.
for Ken.
I would be. I mean, if we want to make it bigger
Like
than that, we could do bigger. But I would be down even just to just watch that, and do a podcast on it for the Thanksgiving episode.
of Survivor Series.
Yeah, wouldn't that make sense for?
I mean, maybe next year, but I thought we had a theme.
Well, I'm okay. I mean, here's the thing, man. I can go both ways because I could, we could also do like. Here's the thing too. If we wanted to, because we did this with the tick as an example to throw back to what you just went, we could do the cereal mascots as a one-off throw-in between series, and then do holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then something for New Year. And then like that's the great part, is New Year is so open-ended and nebulous, we could put whatever we wanted there.
Yeah, man, it's up to you.
I mean, I'm
Like
okay with jazz, but I really am
honestly,
actually
like,
excited about the Survivor Series Jeff was at with the debut of the Undertaker, because another kind of weird thing about the Nerd Show that from the very beginning is a lot of it is stuff that is nostalgic from our youths, and where we have the Venn diagram where both you and I remember it, is kind of that nice sweet spot. Then we have the fun things, the blind spots where I was into it, you weren't. You're like, oh my God, Dre, how on earth did you like Ewoks? And I'm like, they were awesome, Jeff. You had to be a kid. So I mean,
I was a kid, fool.
did you watch it live on TV? It seems like that would have been up your alley to see Ewoks: The Battle for Endor on TV, with how much you like bootleg
I don't
stuff.
recall seeing it on TV.
And you didn't fall in love, Jeff. All right, it's fair. It's fair. But no, I mean Survivor. That I would be down for the November episode. So
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, we could work that out. We could figure it out.
Or here's the other fun
That was
challenge
the
that
chat. What do you guys think?
here's the other thing I've thrown to Jeff before too. We could do cereal, monster cereal, which is just absolutely perfect for Halloween. That is just like the perfect Halloween
Yeah, I'm
episode.
very excited to do the monster cereal
Yeah.
episode.
We could do that as a one-off, and then do I got my tentative suggestion for season 9 is holidays, with Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. Or if you want to see if there's a tie between Monsters cereal and Survivor Series that you can see for a third episode, I'm down for that too.
Well, I mean, The Undertaker is a dead man,
True,
and
true,
so is
true,
Frank and Barry,
true.
and Count Chocula is an undead man. So if we did a Christmas zombie theme thing, we could do
Is there a
um
Christmas zombie special?
or some sort of Christmas horror. Because in a way, like the Undertaker is essentially kind of a horror character. There is like a Tales from the Crypt Christmas special. There's a Black Mirror did that excellent John Hamm
Oh man,
one. I mean,
that's a rough one. I
Christmas.
mean, I love that episode for that
Yeah, for
episode
the
of Black Mirror is wild. I know the one you're talking about.
yeah. I mean, because like you could, in theory, do something that's like
You are
horror
right
themed.
that Frankenberry we got the Frankenberry Undertaker overlap now. So if you find
Yeah,
something,
Frank, Frankenberry Undertaker. So like it's all dead slash undead characters, right? So like, I mean, in that case, you could do Scrooged for Christmas. Like honestly, like anything that involves a Christmas Carol would technically count
because it's got the ghosts and
because
stuff, yeah.
it's a ghost, right?
Do we have a bad good one though? Because I mean that's the thing. Like Scrooged is just amazing, as we've noted. We brought it before, the Muppet Christmas Carol with Michael Caine. Like, what are you gonna say? Like
Like a,
Michael Caine did amazing. Like, yeah, that would have to be it. You would just have to do your Alfred the Butler imitation the entire.
ooh, you know what we could do, which is like one of my absolute uh hold on, what's it called again? Anna and the Apocalypse. We could do Anna and the Apocalypse, which would be, I don't think anybody would care. Like I don't think people would want to watch it, but Anna and the Apocalypse is a zombie Christmas musical.
Zombie Christmas. How long
And
is it?
it
What's the
is
runtime?
it's under 2 hours, I think.
Okay. As soon as I This is going to take double. I'm organizing cards as people can see, but it's going to take double time because it turns out, by the way,
It's
less.
only an hour and a half.
That's not bad. I do love that. Like anything that's got shorter runtime, unless it's Five Goes West, which inexplicably I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is less than 90 minutes. This is going to be so easy. The notes are going to be easy. This is going to fly. And I was like, this is the longest hour and a half I've had in my entire life. But yeah, there's animated Men in Black. The real Ghostbusters did a Christmas Carol episode too.
Yeah.
There is interest. Now, so here's the thing, Jeff. We've got what I love about, and so what? Could you give me that title one more time? And we're just about to wrap.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Again, that will not pull listeners in. Anna and the Apocalypse will not pull listeners in. But I'm just saying this now. You should watch it. Just watch it only, even if we don't do it. Like you should. You should.
So here is the thing, Jeff. So here's the good news. That's 2 months out, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Here's something that makes me sad on the screen, Jeff. I consider the Uncanny X-Men, the 1991 or 1992 Impel Uncanny X-Men. This, in my opinion, is the perfect set because you can buy a hobby box, you can get the whole set, you can get all of the holograms. So basically, buying a hobby box gets you the complete set. But there are also chasers because there is my grail potentially in this box that I'm probably not going to open because I have the full set and the full holograms. But in my opinion, in terms of price, you can get these for under 200 around if you're, watching at the right times. So if you got a special on eBay, you're watching for a seller, the retail's around 200. If you're quick and smart, you can find these for under 200. You can get the full set. You can get all the holograms. It's an amazing set. Jim Lee art. Randall Maynard actually DM'd me the other day about this being like one of his favorite sets. So Uncanny
Great
X-Men,
set.
and I just had this as my back, like the unopened box, the sealed box is the backdrop. Just throwing it out there. But we got 2 months, and so if you're feeling in the jovial spirit come December for an extra, Anna and the Apocalypse wouldn't be horrible.
I would 100% do an extra Anna and the Apocalypse episode as a gift to the patrons.
So I think we got our series plan. And then okay, so here's the nice backup because I want to make sure there's room for Jeff come December. If your December is wild because neither you and I aren't getting older, aren't getting younger. We are getting older. You and I are getting older. We're not getting younger. So come December, if you're just overwhelmed, we both are. We can just be like, we'll just do one. But if we're feeling in a good mood, we can do Anna and the Apocalypse, the extra, and we've already discussed a bunch of other shows. By the way,
And I mean, like, I'm looking at like I just looked up Christmas horror, and
Yeah.
there's like so much. I mean, gee, there's like a whole line based just on Joe Bob Briggs.
So
We could do the Nightmare Before Christmas if we wanted to be horrible.
I didn't hate. By the way, to give a shout out to your boy T from Cleveland in the chat. I also didn't hate the real Ghostbusters suggestion, depending on an episode, right? As a Christmas special.
Yeah.
So there is a lot. I am very excited about season 9 of Nerd. Happy 2 year anniversary to the show. Absolutely
Yeah, it's
loving
2 year
that.
anniversary. I like the idea that it's holiday monsters. That's
Holiday
like going to
months.
be a fun. That's a fun.
That feels
That's a,
like the
that's
most
a
Jeff
fun.
sentence I have ever said. Holiday monsters. That I am in love with that. So all right.
Yeah.
So
So if we
Jeff,
do monster serials for October, and then we do Survivor Series 1990 featuring the debut of the Undertaker for Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas we have so much stuff we could look through.
absolutely. This is
There's a
great.
Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Oh, hmm. Oh man. Okay. Well, and
That's
the
not
good.
monster. Oh, I just realized that's not monsters though.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna try and make a joke. I mean, like I am scared of puppets. There are lots of puppets on that show. Like Randy the Bully's kind of scary, but yeah,
yeah,
no
Rick
worries
was a
about
real
that.
jerk.
I was gonna say. So Jeff, let's. One thing I tend to do earlier in the show, but I think I did a better job promoting Patreon.com/Jeff May for getting your rookie card tiers again. If you want some Impel Marvel cards coming your way, sign up before the end of before the clock strikes midnight or whatever Patreon shuts off the sales for the month. Sign up for that. Next month, Nick Cowan will have some awesome cards to or stickers, which are the stickers are the cards of art. Keep making that mistake, Jeff. Anyway, so we got that. The rest of this week, Tuesday we've got the swear cut of Monstores. Listen to that episode if you haven't already. Wednesday we got I Must Break You. Do you know what's on deck for that?
I'm not 100% sure what I want to do for I Must Break You. I did Shadowhawk last time, so I might try to do maybe a Star War. I might pull because I want to pull myself away from another superhero product if I just did a superhero. But I'll look around and see what I have. I have MetaZoo, which I know nothing about, so that would be just me flying blind. Um, so I have MetaZoo. I have a Book of Boba Fett hobby tin, which I could open up. Those are always fun. But that's got a guaranteed auto. Or maybe I'll just go to what's the place? Maybe I'll go to Burbank Sports Cards, see what they have. Oh, I also got those Robin Hood cards from
Oh, I
Bob
did
Shaw.
see those. Those were great.
Those are pretty rad. I
Hmm.
might get it.
I mean,
There's also
you know me.
go ahead.
I love votes, but then I also know that it adds extra overhead. But if you were doing a poll, if you were doing a vote, I would go for I'd go for Robin Hood because I know what the kids like, Jeff. Robin Hood with
But
Kevin
that I
Costner.
am yes. I was gonna be like, boy, am I just torpedoing my algorithm to just be like, Shadowhawk, here's some terrible 1992 property.
Yeah,
Robin
yeah,
Hood puts a
maybe go
terrible
contemporary.
1990.
Maybe
I
go
might want to do something.
contemporary in the middle. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Who knows though? We'll see.
All right, so then we've got Thursday. You are you sticking with the whatnot, Mike Mayhew Studios?
Thursday will be Whatnot with Mike Mayhew Studios. It'll be the last one I do for a little while.
Okay, you got to
For
hit
like
that.
at least
I am so bummed,
yeah.
Jeff. The remarks that were on the last one were so cool.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of funny because I told you I was like, I've got my fill. It's amazing, but it's so easy. Like I recommend it. Whatnot, Mike Mayhew Studios, Jeff May. If you sign up for that and just like it, like it'll show up on your algorithm. So don't worry.
Sorry,
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
bye T. And then all I was gonna say there though is I was kind of like I'm out, I'm good. And then I saw the remarks that were up for grabs last week, and was like, oh, those would be fun. Maybe I'll hop back in. But luckily or unluckily, call it whatever you will, I had a kiddo's birthday party, so wasn't able to go in. But if this is the last one you're doing for a while, I'll for sure be popping in just because, and it's good stuff. So that's Whatnot Mike Mayhew Studios. Follow Mike Mayhew Studios on Instagram because he usually shows like what's going to be on deck. And then Jeff is just, you are a delight. Like I said, long-term dream is like a whatnot for the stuff you pull on here, etc. Anything on Friday, which I know is asking a lot. If not, that's still a Jeff heavy week.
Friday, I'm recording with Kim, and I'm going to try and do a mailbag later that day.
So possible mailbag. If you
Think on
record with
card.
Kim, there's usually a fast turnaround, so there may even be a weekend, Jeff.
That
So-
would be an almost instant turnaround. So once I record with Kim, it'll take about 25 minutes, and I'll just upload the episode.
All right, so love it. So that's Jeff this week. Yep, we've said everything. Patreon.com/Jeff May. Follow us on the socials. If you haven't liked and subscribed here at Jeff Has Cool Cards, do it, because that's been the cool stuff, Jeff. We've been doing more random stuff. So if you're not there, you're not going to know. So like, subscribe. You're kicking butt, Jeff. I am so excited. Hope everybody enjoyed this behind the scenes nerd. This was almost like a nerd mini-sode, because we planned season 9. And
This was a bit of an hour. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for, and I've told you this before, Jeff. I'll say it on air. Like, this is kind of my like fake social time. It's real social time, but you get it. Like, I don't go to bars or go do social stuff. This is what I get to do. After this, I'm going to go play video games with Landon over at twitch.tv/RicksterGT. So this is like my night out, so to
Thanks,
speak.
Landon.
So I absolutely appreciate this. This is a blast. I appreciate you giving me the time. And I can't wait to see the rest of what you do this week, because it is awesome stuff. Man, I'm so psyched for season 9 of Nerd. So that's good stuff.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much. Don't forget to follow Dre at Nerd Numbers on the social media. And I am at Hey There, Jeff Rowe, everywhere over there. And yeah, Dre, I was bummed. I know you had a good luck streak on remarks. I was hoping maybe you could come in on Thursday.
I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to be there. I was like, oh, I'm driving 30 minutes. I'm like driving 30 minutes to a birthday party that starts at 5. And I was like, this is not happening. I'm like, I'm not going to, not in a bad way. It was a very fun birthday, but I'm like, I'm not making even a little of this. So yeah.